Okay, now I'm about to go feed the birds. Now, I've talked about that when you prepare to move, or you might be moving, a high probability, you prepare things. So some of these guys, and it's a good time to do it now too, as it's good weather. It's not during winter or anything. I wouldn't advise to do such things during winter if you could, if you love
Hey,
the things that you help out. Yeah. Can you hang on a second? And I'll talk to you.
okay,
Just give me one more second.
okay.
Let me get to where I was before the comment. Um, and so what I'm going to do is now feed them. And now what I've, oh, sorry, where I'm going to get back to, see, is I've been out there and I've talked about recently about trying to clear them off. And you've got to be cruel to be kind. What's a cruel to be kind? Right? And it hurts too. And I had to go out there and spray the birds, go ballistic to try to get them to go away. Didn't feed them for a day. But I don't want to stop feeding them, but I want to give them a point. Right? So what's good to be kind? Right? There is that for real. And there's ones that try to use those lines and deceive you in words to try to use that they're being good to be kind. But you got to make sure that you research what you're doing when it comes to good to be kind and make sure you're doing it right. Right? And take baby steps on that area, slow as possible usually when you do such attacks on things that can be hurtful. And I sprayed the birds, and oh, like what the hell? And they're coming back, and they got less and less coming back the first day, and then I didn't feed them. And then the next day, I haven't done nothing, and I fed them a little bit. The other night, but they weren't really around and stuff. There's a few of them around. But what's the best way to clear some off? Huh? When you do that action, some of them will go, oh, fuck it. So the ones that have got an easy route and got another route will leave quickly, right? And the ones that are more desperate will hang around. And sadly, the desperate ones can be abused more, which is what the system does, and assholes in it to the system um, to get the abuses I've talked about. So it's a similar pattern, isn't it? And so what I'm about to do is go out there and half feed. So I'm half putting it down. Hopefully half of them are left. Otherwise, if there hasn't, then it gives me another answer of what I perhaps need to do, which I might talk in the future and let you know what's going on when it comes to getting the numbers down and getting ready to leave, or just even getting the numbers down and getting rid of some of the things that shouldn't be there, right? And help guide them every now and then to get out and go get some stuff out there, like a parent saying, "Get off me titty," right? As otherwise, they'll just stay on your titty if you just feed all the time, right? Some do need it, some need special treatment, some creatures do, right? And some don't, right? And they'll find another way and can and will share out and go work and go, look, just over here is not that bad, just a little effort. I'm not going to get yelled at. I'm not going to have to wait over there in line, right? They need it. I'm going to leave it for them. Right, so what I'm going to do now is quickly do a blow and give their one feed. I up the feed on a little bit more than the one feed, so they're not quite half, say 60%, 65%, but down to one feed. Right, as I used a slightly bigger container of seed. As I love them dearly, and I wish I didn't have to leave, right, in this case, or when you do, and you love them dearly, in the same way as well, you want to leave in a good note the best you can and help the ones the best you can. And if you can find, if you are a good person, you can take the animals with you too, in some cases you can. You'd find which ones that need to go and which ones that don't in these type of things. Now, you want to talk now, bud? Sorry about that, but I was
Yeah,
just...
I was just gonna say, I'll just open the box when I get home. I'm pretty sure it's fine because I'm already done and I'm hot.
Oh, okay.
And I'm just gonna call a taxi now.
Yeah, well, hopefully that I'm not right. I could be
I
wrong,
know, I
but
know.
there's a high probability that I am because there's a lot of cases where it's been a bad outcome. Right? Which is why I said that you should check the box before you leave.
Well, I don't have anything to open it with, and I forgot because I went to the shop and yeah, I'm like, ah, damn it.
Yeah, okay. Well,
But
hopefully, because when you
yeah,
go back the next day, it's harder to get people to remember a conversation because you also had a conversation about it.
I know. Well, if it's broken, busted,
Yeah.
I'll be getting money back.
In our case, it'll be easier because we've videoed some certain things at the certain time, so we can discuss that. Look, I've got this person on the phone. They were on the phone that day. They spoke to you, and they told me this deal at this time. Right? And then you can show them. You don't need their voice. You just need to show that you're doing certain things. Right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna quickly hang up and ring the taxi, then.
Yep.
So I'm just not
And I'm
standing
going to
out.
quickly go by it.
Alright, I'll call
See
you
some
right back.
birds coming because yeah, but
Alright, love you.
because when I first started, when I cleaned, I noticed birds would react with noise, and they started learning what times I was out, because I used to clean every time. I don't have so much time on it, and I've learnt that I didn't need to clean as much, right? But that's what they learn, and they learn something, right? Animals. So if it's the same and you want it and they want to know what's going on as well, you can give them a sound that they're used to. We've got some birds out there at the moment doing the normal bird thing, where I've got about 10 birds in a couple of different species, the little pigeons and the tillies and all that. But there's none waiting around since I've talked about what I did. Now, if I didn't do what I did right now, and all I did was take food away for a day so far, and a couple of videos of it, little black butterfly. And look, and this time all the other days, there would have been lots waiting, because there was a continued pattern until there's been an interruption of that pattern, right? Until they realise it's going to continue again. But it's slowing down, isn't it? Anyway, see what's on the roof? Nothing. Look at that. Huh? Now that's a call to be kind. And you're doing the right steps continuously. You don't just do little bits like a lot of systems do out there that I've noticed. And every sector and every animal, you'll be slightly different to those cruel to be kind. Different things to do. First you got to know them, and then you can do the way. And I used water, right? Because water was effective for them. They don't like it. It doesn't really hurt them. And so I used that cruel to be kind. Right? I could have threw rocks at them, right? Probably would have worked even more effective to show the point that you're being cruel, but it's probably too cruel. Right? And even the desperates will come back after a rock, and that's proof of the pudding. We've got a history of that crap too. Huh? But I chose to use water. Huh? I could have used a loud noise, but that could interrupt their ears, right? But it'd still be effective. Right? But less than throwing the rock, isn't it? So what are you choosing, and why? Because of what knowledge and how much did you put together? You see? And we should always upgrade and collect it. As soon as someone else gets another idea, another option, looks at it, you're meant to upgrade it. But when other people go, no, fuck you, keep him over there. No, or I'll steal his information, upgrade it myself. You'll start to get people who hear about that, and then other people don't want to talk about it, because how did you think they got it in the first place? But once people know that AIs and people are stealing their information, they're going to talk less. Right? So that's why love wins best. You go, okay, and you use it, you go, oh, buy the information, or do you want to become partners, or tell me about it, and I'll help you. You know, there's different options, but they rather choose they can option, and so they will option. Isn't that sad? But no, I'm going to quickly go blow. Emma's back on, and I'll be back in a minute.
I don't mind autumn.
So we should just see the difference, not just all blow,
Yeah,
and then see what. I'll have a quick look what's here.
hopefully I'll post it when too long. So my taxi work is too long. Hi. Where's my thing?
Yeah, tree as well out there. It's dropped, as you can see, there's the other one. It's dropped its first baby kind of. It's like it's upgraded its teeth. I've noticed its baby leaves and grew bigger, thicker ones. As you can see, the little yellow ones there. There for a sec.
Looks like my taxi.
Right, taxi's here. And, just wait a minute. See the birds coming already? Look, I heard it. The louder the better. It's like a call. If I was in a big area, I could call them further if they wanted to come. And call them. Huh? And you can get to a pattern where you can teach them that pattern. Maybe a few more of those attack moments might have to happen. They don't get it straight away. It all depends. Sometimes 10 times. It all depends on how smart they are, how you do things, how they work it out first. Sometimes you might be doing it too harsh, too the wrong way for them, and so on. Trial and testing is the best option in sharing. Oh, see, we've got 2 up there now. Or 3, sorry. Whoa, you hungry? That worked as far as I'm concerned, because you got some over there too. And they'll call, they'll do the little noises too. Like that. And they can do it quite well than a lot of species when it comes to the birds. And I'm still down at the moment. I'm very upset. When I go off, I'll be in a different mood because I've pretty much had a death in the family. You know, when you have a death in the family, the best way to put it, it's not a death, not guaranteed to be one. You know, when you get a death in your family, but you know, you still got to do your work. That's what I am at the moment. So if you think I sound a little different and stuff like that, it's because I'm doing something that I believe it'll help me. I might as well do it than to sit there, you know, and be overthinking. Right? The best way to heal through things is try not to think about it. Right? So you try to do things the best you can in whatever field you can. Either trying to heal yourself or listen to someone to heal you, or ignore it until you can heal, which is get your mind on something. Until you forget. Some people do that and then forget, and then time they did that so long, they find out that they didn't mourn, and you got to watch out for that one. So if it was a death thing, then an injury or other cases. I end up so the miracle happened, something changed, but I can always up it again. Right? Or slowly lower it if you can too. Yeah, if you're going to leave, that's what you want to do. So you get the numbers down, like I said, hopefully the numbers won't down, and they'll get used to, before they get used to it, and the numbers believe that you're going to put more out, you put down the food slowly, and then that'll push the other ones if they can, or to change their mind to go be more reliable. Huh? Anyway. Good one out there, and sadly we had the devil around in lots of places. There's some confirmation, so I got to say it. Take that as a positive or a negative. I'd say that one will be a negative, as I went to go say a word at a certain time, and it wanted to show a point of when I said it. So it'd either be the devil going, yeah, I'm here, or God's going, yeah, the devil's here. And it's up to our discretion to read such an energy. If you're reading energy at that moment. Now, you don't want to read energy constantly, you would go crazy, right? But I'm just telling you about energy just before I go to help people understand a little bit of it without doing too much research. So I don't look too completely crazy about certain clips that I put up, I've noticed. So I've been speaking about certain issues that I believe that will be a good schematic for them to understand the minimum, so they at least leave me alone, you know what I mean, and go, shit, he's researching, right? You'd be a fool to step in on research too early, because you can look like an idiot, unless you know the research already, and give us the answers then, eh? That'll help me out a lot, so you can do that one. But yeah, just had a bee buddy over there, and he's getting some water, a little bit of water in the tray. I've been checking it too to make sure our little buddy's not in there. As you know, it's hard to get out of them unless you're good at flying. But I looked everywhere. I went through all this. It's all in there the best I could. 80% good. I'm not didn't pull every single. Did damn good fucking look. And listened out. Made noises and bangs. So if you were stuck, you'd friffle around. Because things can get stuck. That's what I was worried about. I ran all around here as he's gotten stuck behind the TV in the unit side. And did my best to be because the last thing you'd ever want when you lose someone, like losing a kid, it's happened before, and the kid's died at your house or in your shed somewhere, just there, right? And then you find out later when you clean up, and then you get a reminder and you feel like shit when you. So you always try to do your best in certain things, which I've done now already. And I jumped over the fence and I checked out all over there, as best I can, because look at all the bowls and hiding spots. There's a lot, and probably only did about a 50% check, but all the main spots along here, the best I can. Have a quick look as you slowly walk around underneath things and along the fence here and in the bushes and in the branches. And I had a look in here. I didn't go over there because I've already had issues, but I had a decent enough look within here. And I asked Emma too, but she didn't end up doing it. Caught out, so hopefully more likely you wouldn't have went that way unless it went that way like that. It could have. I might ask Emma if she's still willing to go over there and have a look around. But an issue could occur, so sadly. And it's not because the people live there. And it's just the issues that happen around, and people that see it and want to come out and do things because they can see you. You know what I mean? So it's not the people that live there, it can be just people around. Alright, sounds like someone's here now. And I just wanted to quickly talk about got a rat buddy too. A mouse one. Oh, the mouse rat, I keep seeing it, I've got my eye. He's done a den here recently. So I might leave him for a little bit or capture it. That one's collapsed. Whoops. But yeah, maybe that den right across. The last one did one over in that corner, and I have mostly blocked it up, and it could be one that's gotten in, or one that could have gotten out from the inside when the couple escaped a little while ago. But anyway, have a good one and see you later.